Uh, Come on, fast. What is our last class discussion? Handling the exceptions, right? See that, ma? Handling the exceptions. And we discussed about different type of things also in the class. Come on, have some small points. Every exception in Python is treated as what? Every exception in Python is treated as what? Object. Yes. When an exception occurs, how many things will happen? When an exception, today is a very, very important day. Today is a very important concept. We are going to cover it. And be careful about today's concept, ma. Come on, fast. Everybody try to get me the point here. What is that point is? Every exception is considered as an object. Okay. How many keywords are there? 5 keywords are there. And it's there in front of you. It is there in front of you. And how many things are happening when exception is occurring? How many things are occurring when the exception is occurring? 3. What is the first one? PVM abnormally terminates the program execution. PVM abnormally terminates the program execution. And the second one is what? PVM comes out of the program flow. And the next what? Next what? Next what? PVM generates the technical error message. PVM generates the technical error message. Yeah, I'll upload today's class notes. Yeah, let me complete the syntax now. Syntax, I want to go for it. Syntax. And before writing the syntax, I want to write one small program today. That program, with the help of that program without these keywords, with keywords or without keywords. So far, we have written the Python program without these keywords. Now we are writing the programs from now onwards with keywords we are going to develop. With keywords we are going to develop it. Let us look at that perfectly. Now we are entering into the perfectly now. We are going to enter into the perfectly from now onwards. Okay, dear students, let me go to the further discussion. I want to write one program. Let me go to the program here. Carefully follow me. So Python. Now I am taking. What is that program here? Program for accepting, program for calculating. I will write calculating division of, program for calculating division of two numbers by accepting those values, by accepting the values dynamically from keyboard. Dynamically from keyboard. Dynamically from keyboard. Accepting the values dynamically from keyboard and calculate the division. See, carefully understand. Now I am taking the file name as div1.py. This program will change our life now. This program will change our life, and it is indirectly making us to go for writing the syntax. How carefully you listen today's class, you cannot imagine how careful you must be in today's class. So still people are going on joining it, even though it is a 4:15. Let it be, no problem. We don't want to wait for them. div1.410 sharp class will start. Okay. Now I will take, dear student, S1 is equal to input of, I will write a detailed code here, try to understand. Input of enter first value. Enter first value. I am writing here enter first value. So I am writing first value, I got it. First value I am reading. S2 is equal to input of enter second value. Enter second value. I am saying that enter second value. Enter second value. Second value also I am getting it. Second value also I am getting it. Yeah, second value also I am getting it. S1 is equal to input of enter first value. S2 is equal to enter the second value. Second value also I got it. S1 I got the first value. S2 I got the second value. I got both the values. Next, you cannot do S1 and S2 is what type? Tell me, S1 and S2 is what type? First you tell me S1 and S2 is what type, ma? STR type they are called. We need to convert into which type? We need to convert into which type? Into type I will convert. Dear students, be careful. Come on to the point. A is equal to int of S1. Int of S1. S1. B is equal to int of S2. Carefully, how carefully you will understand today's class, the further classes are going to be that much easy for you. Okay. C is equal to A by B. C is equal to A by B. C is equal to A by B. And now I need to print. Here I will print of what is that? Value of A. Value of A is equal to dot format of A. Dot format of A. Next I am writing value of B is equal to format of B. Format of B. And C is equal to A by B I am writing. C is equal to A by B I am writing. And print of DAV is equal to dot format of C I am writing. Right. This is called our program execution. Print carefully, and now I am writing successfully executed. For your understanding purpose, I am writing successfully executed. Successfully executed. The program is right. This is called normal in detailed program. Accepting two values, converted them into integer values, and printing the first two values, calculating the division, and printing the division. There is no hurry at all. Happily try to understand. So successfully executed the program. Save this now. First time, yeah, right. Seeing the program in this now. Go to the location of it. Yes. In this case, save it. Now I am saying div1.py. Div1.py. Coming to the command prompt. cmd g colon. So cd and a kvr. Now I am saying Python. Now 4 p.m. I am saying. Then exception handling is the topic here. Then you see carefully. And Python, here I am taking, say, div1.py. Enter the first value. 100, 20. And I got the program execution successfully. Value of AB printed. DAV is printed. Successfully executed. That means valid input always gives. There is no problem in line number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No problem at all. Right. So in this case, I gave the valid input and I got the successful output. Dear students, now I am asking. Enter the first value called 100. Enter the second value called 0. Be careful. Diagnose with our forecasting knowledge. We need to write the coding now. What is the values? 100 and S1. What is the value of S1? Everybody must understand. Whoever is responding, they will be very good. 100 within the double quotes. What is the S2 value? 0 within the double quotes. Yes. No problem in 3 and 4th line. Any problem in line number 5 and 6? Any problem you are getting in 5 and 6? Answer my question. Answer to my question. That's it. If you go out of my control, you can go, no problem. But you will not get any exceptions. 5 and 6, no problem. So successfully converted 100 and successfully converted this. And value of AB printed here. And then C is equal to A by B. C is equal to A by B. Here, is it able to convert or unable to convert? What is occurring here? What is occurring there? Exception is occurring. Yesterday's class I told you, exception is occurring. Which type of exception is occurring? Zero division error is occurring. So, line number 9 is a statement which we cannot which is not executed. That's why we call it as what? Problematic statement we can call. Problematic statement we can call. Problematic statement. Problematic statement means what? A statement causing the exceptions during runtime. The statement which is causing the problem at runtime is known as what? Problematic statement. Exception generated statements are called problematic statement. Let us execute. Now see the result. What you are getting it now? What you are getting? See, C is equal to A by B. Zero division error came. Line number here. Line number also giving. Line number 9. So we are getting the exception name directly here. See, this entire message is called which message? Come on, which message this is? Come on, already I made you to learn like anything. This is called a technical error message. This technical error message, today I want to convert into user-friendly error message. That's why today we are learning syntax for handling the exception. These keywords are directly or indirectly helping me to convert the system error messages to convert the technical error messages into user-friendly error messages. So always tell me, wherever there is a A by B, which is known as which exception is available here? Come on, fast all of you. Which exception is available? Zero division error is available. Zero division error. Problematic statement generating the exception called zero division error. This is our forecasting knowledge. And don't ask me, sir, I don't know the name of the exception. There is no such question is coming. For you, for me, everything, whenever you are getting an exception, name of the exception is shown here. From the beginning onwards, we are getting the name of the exception. Zero division error we are getting. Okay, now, right. Come on, next. Next you come. One more time you run it. We identified one exception. Enter the first value 10. Enter the second value, I am entering KVR. Enter the second value called KVR. Start. Again analyze the program. Any problem in line number 3? Any problem in line number 3? Everybody. No problem, sir. Any problem in line number 4? No problem, sir. Be careful. Line number 5. Line number 5. Any problem? No problem, sir. Line number 6. Yes, sir. Now this is called what? Unable to convert. This line is unable to convert. This line is unable to convert. This is also called a problematic statement. Problematic statement. Problematic statement this is. What is that problematic statement? Already we learned in the class. Value error. Value error. V capital, E capital. Value. If you write your own answers, I am not responsible. V capital, E capital. This is a way to write the name of the class. So see that carefully. Press enter key. See, we got value error. This line number 6 is called what? Value error is coming. What this entire message is called? What this entire message is called? Technical error message. I want to give you user-friendly error messages. To generate the user-friendly error messages, I must use this syntax. I must use these keywords. Either directly or indirectly, I must use these keywords. I must use these keywords. Yes, I want to use these keywords. For what purpose? For converting which messages? Technical error messages into user-friendly error messages. I just want to write it. Technical error messages into user-friendly error messages. I want to write it. Okay. Next, one more time I want to run it. One more time. I am saying that what? KVR and then what? 20. Tell me. KVR and 20. Come on, again analyze. Again analyze the program. Again analyze the program. Line number 3. Any problem? No. 4th statement, no problem. Line number 5. Yes, sir. That is nothing but what? Value error only. Once again, this is a problematic statement. Value error only. See carefully how easy the code is. Now we are getting problematic statement. Again, line number 5, exception related statement. Dear student, see here, line number 5, line number 6, line number 7 are the major important statement here. They are all called which statements? They are all called which statements? Exception generated statements. Exception generated statements. Which exception is coming because of that? Zero division error. Which exception is coming because of this? Value error is coming. Here, what is the exception is coming? Zero division error. Any type of statements are generating exceptions. Those statements are known as what? Those statements are called what? Come on, quickly try to understand. Those statements are called which statements? Exception generated statements or problematic statements we can call. From now onwards, see my program here. Perfectly you see my program. If I run all overall, enter this 10 and 0, I got 0 division error. Now you enter the value called 10 and then dollar symbol you enter. I got the value error. I got the value error. I will enter something like @ symbol and 23. I got the value error. See, totally my program itself is full of what? Technical error messages are coming. We don't want these technical error messages. We want user-friendly error messages. Compulsory, I want to go for thinking about the syntax for handling the exception. Now I am writing the syntax. Are you understanding why I am going for this now? Are you understanding why I am going for the syntax now? Why I am going for the syntax? Yes, to convert syntaxes into syntax is technical error messages into which messages? User-friendly error messages. Okay, let me go to the points. Syntax I am writing. So first one, be careful. Understand all the exceptions here. Now I am saying here, try. Try is actually a keyword now, dear students. Very, very, very important syntax I am going to write. If you ask, sir, repeat again means problem. Beginning only, listen very carefully. Try, colon, indentation symbol. Try, indentation symbol. Try, indentation symbol. Once that keyword is having indentation symbol, we call it as a try block. What is this block is called? Try block. In the try block indentation, we are going to see the indentation symbol. There what I am writing, ma? Try is a keyword. That keyword is having the indentation symbol. We call it as a try block. Remember, try block. 4 spaces I will maintain. I am writing block of statements. See that what I am writing inside? Block of statements causes exceptions in the program. Causes exceptions in the program. Exceptions in the program. What are all the statements are generating exceptions? What are all the statements are generating exceptions? Those statements must be written inside the try block. Sir, if I don't write within the try block, what is happening? Simply it is going out of the program flow. When the exception is occurring, 3 points I said. Number 1, PVM abnormally terminates. Number 2, PVM completely going out of the program flow and generating what? Technical error messages are coming. Today, because of writing this try block, do you know what is happening? PVM is coming out. PVM is abnormally terminating. Okay, up to that is okay. First step is done. Second step, do you know what is happening? The try block telling to PVM, don't go to out of the program flow, because the programmer is writing the mechanism of try block. Now immediately I am writing except. I am writing except. First a plain concept I am straightforward. How we use in real time we will go for it. Later I will talk about the varieties. Except I will talk about. Except exception class name I will write. Exception class name I will write here in the angular bracket. I am writing exception class name. Exception class name I need to write. Indentation. Whatever the exceptions are there in this block of statements, we need to write the name of the exception class. Exception class name. Already we identified na? What is that exception class name? Value error, 0 division error. We need to write the name of the exception class. Exception class name 1. Then there what I will write it? What I will write it, you tell me? I will write block of statements. Except is also block. Except is also actually keyword. We are writing except block. What I do there? We write block of statements provides user-friendly error messages. user-friendly error messages. So whatever the exceptions are generating in try block, for every exception, we will write one except block. Except block, name of the exception class. And you don't tell me, sir, I don't know the exception class name. Here, exception class name is coming to you now. I told you already. Exception class is coming to you. That exception class, you need to take it and you need to write it. You need to write it. So except, I am writing except class name 1. Except class name 1. Block of statements provides what? User-friendly error message. So how many exceptions are there? 2 to 3 exceptions may be there, 4 exceptions may be there. So one class name only you are writing. You need to write what? What about other exception names? I need to write what again? What I need to write again? What I need to write again? Another except block I will write it. Another except block I am writing. See that now? Another except block I am writing. So another except block I am writing. See that? Except class name 2. Class name 2. User friendly error messages. Like that, I can write many number of except blocks. Many number of except blocks I am writing. Many number of except blocks I am writing. What I write? Except block n class name n. Finally, how the behavior is up to here. Try to understand the behavior. If any exception is occurring in the try block, PVM comes out of the try block. See that carefully. PVM comes out of the try block. Once it comes out of the try block, PVM looking for the first except block. PVM knows which exception is coming here. PVM comes out of the try block looking for the first except block. This class name is matching with the PVM related exception name. If it is matching, PVM executes the statement which is written by you. Which message you have written? User-friendly error message you have written. Suppose if PVM doesn't match with this except block, it will come to the next except block. It will come to the next except block. This is exception class name 2. If it is not matching, it will go to the next except block. Except block class name. If it is not matching with any one of the except block, it will go out of the program flow. It will go out of the program flow. It will go out of the program flow and gives which message? Gives which message? Gives which message? Excellent. No message. Who is this? So all of them are saying no except block is matching. It is giving you technical error message. 99% of the people are saying technical error message. Technical error. Who is this? User friendly message. Friendly message. So except block only will provide the first of all understand English. That is important. No except block is matching. It will go to where? Out of the program flow and it gives a technical error message. If it is matching with except block, then only you will get the user-friendly error message. Tell me. Once again, I am saying any exception is occurring in try block, it will jump. PVM will jump out of try block and looking for the first except block. If it is matching this exception class name with the PVM related exception knowing it is matching, and except block will make the PVM to execute which message? User-friendly error message. Corresponding user-friendly error message. If the first except block is not matching, PVM will check for the second except block if you have written. If it is matching, it will execute the second except user-friendly block. It is like a if like statement only. If it is not matching with any one of the except block, no more except blocks are there. No more matchings has done. It will give you what? Its own message will be coming. But industry says, write as much as possible of what? Except blocks. Because every except block will provide meant for what purpose? User-friendly error message. So tell me, if an exception is occurring in try block, jump out of the try block, execute appropriate except block. Even though I write these many number of except blocks, how many except blocks will execute? How many except blocks will execute? One only. Appropriate except block only will execute. It won't execute all the except blocks. Come on. Next time moving forward. After that, else block will come. Else block will come. Writing else block is optional. First of all, else is also called a keyword. Sir, else block is meant for what? First of all, when the else block will execute, sir. Else block will execute when there is no exception occurs in the try block. Else block will execute when there is no exception occurs in the try block. Smoothly your program is executing. Complete try block will execute. No exception occurs. That time no except block will execute. But which block will execute? Else block will execute. Simple amma. While else. That's it. Now, Amjad, if two exceptions are there, first of all, will it happen? See, here, how many exceptions are there? Here, value error is there, value error is there. What is happening? What is happening in my beginning only? When the exception is occurring, Amjad, what will happen? Program execution is abnormally terminated. Here, here three exceptions are there totally. If the exception is line number 5, what will happen? It will come out of it or not? Amjad. Simple. See, when you understand my notes, you will not get any error. Simple that is. It's a clean and green, crystal clear if you follow it. So, once one except, only if many exceptions are there, it doesn't mean that many except blocks will execute. At any point of time, only one exception will come. Once an exception is occurring, it will come out of it. It won't go for next statement. Now, where is the question of two exceptions will come? Come on. No exceptions are available. No exceptions are available. No exception is occurring. Simply, no except blocks will execute. Which block will execute? Else block will execute. In the else block, what I will write? I will write block of statements provides recommended to provide. Block of statements recommended to provide. It's a recommendation of the industry. Recommended to provide result. Recommended to provide results. That's why it is called a result block, we can call. Result block it is called. Result block it is called. So, coming to the point back, result block it is called. So, dear students, I am trying to say very, very perfectly here. Block of statements provides user-friendly error messages in the except block, in the else block. See, is my voice is clear? Is my voice is clear? All of you? Mr. Durga Prasad or Durga Prasad, please check your side. I have very hi-fi internet speed is there. I will, if you say please check means what can I check when everything is clear? See, it's unnecessarily disturbing the class. When anybody is not able to listen, you please re-log it. When I say continuously, sir, please check your side. Please check your side means what can I check? Please check your side. So if you would say disturbance for me, if you are not, I myself only will come to know that if any problem is there. From your side, you check it. If you are not listening clearly, you re-log in again. So coming to the point, block of statements recommended to provide results. Recommended to display result. Recommended to display results. Come on, tell me when the else block will execute. When the else block will execute, tell me all of you. When the else block will execute, all of you. Excellent. When no exception is occurring, else block will execute. When the exception is there, which blocks will execute? When the exception is available, which block will execute? Except block will execute. That time will the else block will execute? No, sir. Very good. Very good. Perfect. Now, there is one block is there. One more block I am writing. Finally block. Finally block. Here also, at this time, don't expect any functionality of it. But one thing you understand. Block of statements, block of statements, which will execute compulsorily, Finally, block of statements which will execute compulsorily. finally block will execute compulsorily, irrespective of the type of exception occurs or not. Whether the exception occurs or not, finally block will execute compulsorily. What is the purpose of finally block? I will tell you, nothing to worry. Else block will execute when there is no exception occurs. Except blocks are executing when there is an exception. And a try block is known as exception monitoring block. Except block is known as exception processing block. Else block is known as result providing block. And finally block is known as resource relinquishing block. I will tell you the name of the blocks right now, don't worry. Tell me for my satisfaction, where the exceptions are occurring? Where the exceptions are occurring? Which block? Excellent. Try block. Yes, you understand very perfectly, ma. And perfect. Try block. When the exception occurs in try block, where it will go? Where PVM will go? Where PVM will go? Except block. After except block, which block will execute next? Finally block. Excellent. Who is saying else block? Go to home. Now tell me, when the exception occurs, what are the blocks execute? You tell me. Carefully tell me. When the exception occurs, what blocks will execute? Tell me. Try block. Listen. Try block, except block, finally block. Try block, except block, finally block. Finished. Next. When no exception occurs, which blocks will execute? When no exception occurs, which block will execute? I don't want loose answer. I want pakka answer. Try block, else block, finally block. I don't want loose answer. I want pakka answer. Try block, else block, finally block. These are the answers. Right. All of you stop. Now I am asking the final question. Final question. Stop it. All of you stop it. If when exception occurs, what blocks will I want? Don't write one by one. Write in a single line and press enter key. Try block, except block, finally block. Again pressing one block and then enter. When you will change, I don't know. Try block, except block, finally block. Finished. When no exception occurs, what blocks will execute? When no exception occurs, which block will execute? Try block, else block, finally block. Finished. Let me show you the program now. Let me show you the program now. I am going to show you the program. Very, very simple. Now I am going to show you the program here. Very easy for you now. So I am going to show you the program. Let us come to this line. Here, this line, what are all the statements are there? Some of the statements are there, they are called problematic statements. Definitely line number 10 depends on line number 9. Line number 7 and 8 depends on line number 5 and 6. So I wrote so many number of statements, all of them are having some problematic statements. Right? So coming to the point of it, now what is that? Satyam Sharma is saying, sir, you told that if try not, then else. Try not, then else in what is this? Try not, then what is this meaning? I did not tell you this at all. What is the meaning I told? If try block, what is the try block? If exception is not there in try block, if exception is not occurring, not happening in try block, that is the meaning. Not happening in try block means complete try block will execute. Plus else block will execute. That is the meaning I told. I did not tell that. I did not tell. You are misunderstanding. I am saying that if no exception occurring in try block, that means try block is executing. Understand the English perfectly. If you understand your own English, I cannot do anything else. Coming to the point back. Here I am writing the statements. Now, here, this entire program I am taking. So, coming to this place, now I am pasting. Here, this statement, div2 dot this thing, I will take statements. What are the statements I am taking? these statements. You just select the statements. Here, these two statements I am taking. Okay. These two statements. Okay. Accepting the values. Plus these two statements I am taking. This statement also I am taking. This statement also I am taking. This statement also I am taking. One more also I am taking. This is S2. This is S2 and this is B. These are the two exception related statements. Definitely I need to write this under which block? Which block I need to write? Which block I need to write this? Try block I need to write it. Plus one more. Let us clarify. Let us clarify. And C is equal to A by B also I will write it. C is equal to A by B also I will write it. I'm not printing those values. I'm writing straightforward calculation part. This is also called one exception part. So because of 5 and 6, which exception will come? Because of 5 and 6, which exception will come? Value error will come. Value error. Value error. Because of 7, which exception will come? Which exception will come? 0 now. Who is this 0? No, 0 division. So whatever you type it, you are writing. 0 division error. 0 division error. That too I set some standards how to write it. So 0 division error. Because when you type 0, I don't have any problem. But when you tell to the interview 0, definitely that is a problem for you. So try to type it perfectly. 0 division error. Okay. Now I will go for these statements are called problematic statements. I will write this entire statements into try. See that try. Indentation I need to maintain. Indentation I need to maintain. Here try. Now I am writing except. Tell me. I know I have A and B. Which type of exception for 6 and 7? Value error. Now I am writing value error. See that value error. I wrote V capital, E capital. Then only you will get like this. Red in color. That is called a class name. Rajita. Check your answer once more. I heard by saying so many times. V capital, E capital. I heard like anything. Right? Please check your side. I can't tell each and every time now. So many times I said V capital, E capital. I told so many times. Sumit Kumar also. V small, E capital, something, whatever they like it, they are writing. Indentation. Now I am writing print off. What you are saying? Star, or something like this. Don't enter alphanumerical values. Don't enter STRs. See now, alphanumerical values. I'm suggesting don't enter this. Don't enter STRs. Alphanumeric. And next is what? Special symbols as values. Finished. This is my user-friendly error message. Enough. One except block only I wrote. One except block. If I don't write another except block, what will happen? I want to tell you. First see that. And next, I will write else block also. Else block I am writing. I am just printing for your understanding. I am from R. Let it be, no problem. I don't write. Because writing else block is optional. Writing finally block is also optional. Let me save my program. How beautiful program this is. So, done. div2.py. Out. Come on. Py. div2.py. Asking. Enter the value 10. Enter the second value KVR. I say. KVR. What is happening? You see. First 10 KVR. So, Kunal Turankar, listen what I am saying. I told already, first I am writing except one. Next I will go for another except. Next I will go for another except. For your better understanding only, I am going like this. Listen. Now I am saying this. Int, sixth one I am going for. Sixth. What happens there? Sixth, line number 6, what happens? Able to convert or unable to convert? Able to convert or unable to convert? You need, all of them need to listen the class. Able to or unable to convert? Able to convert. Line number 7, able to convert or unable to convert? Not able to convert. Which exception is coming in try block? Which exception is coming in try block? Value error is coming. Value error is coming. Coming out of which block? Coming out of which block? Try block. Looking for which block? PVM looks for which block? Except block. PVM knows here, line number 7 only PVM knows which exception? Value error. It will come to the first except block. It is matching with that. Immediately this message is printing. Immediately this message is printing. Immediately this message is printing. See the answer? Don't enter STRs, alphanumeric, special symbols as values. How beautiful explanation. Now once again you enter. So I am entering 10. I am entering something like Python. I am entering Python. I am entering 10. Again the same thing. Don't enter STRs, alphanumeric, special symbols. That means our program is providing which message? User-friendly message. You execute div1 program you enter. div1. 10 you enter. Then you say KVR here. Then I got what? I got which message? I got which message? Which message I got it? Technical error message. Here I got which message? Here I got which message? I got user-friendly error message I got. Which program is strong? div2, div1. div2 or div1? Which program is strong? div2 is strong. Come on, next. Go for div2. Once again, run it. 10 and what? 0. Now, be careful. 10 and 0. Come on to the point. 10 and 0. Line number 4, no problem. Line number 5, no problem. 6th, no problem. 7th, no problem. 8th, C is equal to A by B. What will happen? Line number 8 is the problem. Which exception is occurring there? 0 division error. It jump out of which block? PVM comes out of which block? PVM comes out of which block? Try block. Looking for the first except block. Is it matching? Is it matching? Not matching. It is not matching. It is not matching. Do you have any other except blocks? Do you have any other except blocks? No. What will happen? Which message will come? Technical error message will come. That's what I want to convince that no suitable except block is there. It is just going out of the program flow and giving you what? Giving you what? Except block. Mr. Kunal Turankar, are you following what I am writing? Mr. Kunal, are you following? Now, this time I will write a except block. If I write beginning only 0 division error, there is no thrill. There is no kick in the subject. I want to give you kick in the subject. That's what I want to write one by one. 0 division error. 0 division error. 0 division error. Because I don't want to teach any programming subject like Amirpet faculties. I want to teach with a more rhythmic and more evergreen programming I want to teach. Because I am an industry programmer, I don't want to spoil the students' career. I want to teach perfect programming. So Python 15 days, Python 10 days, fast track, crash course, I don't want to spoil the students. Okay, we already well settled and we don't want to bother about this commercial angle. We want to go for very professionalism I want to provide to the students. Yes. So come on to the point. Print. Yes. Come on. Yes. That's what we want to go for the full clarity to the students. Full-fledged programming I want to give it. I don't want to spoil the students. Because if new batch will start, more than 1,000 students are ready to join now. Where they are eagerly waiting for Python batch to start it. Because those students are what? Already completed students in the Python. They are waiting for it. So we don't want to go for hurriedly crash course, 10 days course, 15 days Python. Don't want to make it as something different. I don't want to spoil the people. Come on, T. Here I want to write what? Division. Come on. What is that? Don't enter. Don't enter 0 for denominator. See, don't enter 0. If I explain the case study, you will really say, sir, it is an excellent programming, you will say. KVR classes means programming. It is an alternative name for program. 0 division error. Start. Now you start. Now enter. 10 and 0. 10 and 0. Start. 10 and 0. Line number 4, no problem. 5, no problem. 6, no problem. 7, no problem. 7, 10 by 0, 8, problem. Which exception? Which exception? Which exception, guys? Zero division error. PVM comes out of try block looking for first except block. Is it matching? Is it matching? Not matching, sir. Is it matching second one? Is it line number 11 is matching? Line number 11 is matching? Yes, sir. Then what is the message is printing? Don't enter 0 for denominator. Don't enter 0 for denominator. See the message now. Don't enter 0 for denominator. Perfect. Next, enter. Whatever values you like it. Enter. 10 and KV, 10 and HYD. 10 and HYD. 10 and HYD. What is that? 10 no problem. 10 HYD no problem. 6 no problem. 7th exception. Which exception? Value error. Come out of it. This first except block is matching. See that? Don't enter this type of things. You enter something like $1 and then something like a 12. See that? Anything you enter wrong, that immediately caught. Immediately telling to the end user. Now say something like 10 and say something like what something like percent symbol. See that? Don't enter special symbols. You enter 100 and then you say something like 0. I got. Don't enter 0 for denominator. Okay, KVR. I will enter KVR as well as 0. Yes. Ganesh is asking enter KVR and 0. Start KVR and 0. Line number 4, no problem. Line number 5, no problem. Come on. Line number 6, able to convert or unable to convert? What is that? Come on. It is going to say yeah. Unable to convert. Which exception? 0 division error is there. Value error is there. Which one is coming first? Value error is coming. So it is going to give you this message. Value error. Seema, value error. Enter. Don't enter STRs and all those things. Enter STRs and all those things. Perfect. Now he is asking, one more student is asking, 10.11 and then 20 is asking, 20.22. Dear student, I already used which one here? Which one I used here? Which one I used? Integer. So you got which exception now? You will get which exception now? Value error will come. Dear students, you must remember my conversion functions. This is called int. String value, this is called error. Yes, you already forget that point. Let me show you that point. You are not reading. That's why the problem. 10.22. Then you are, now I am writing int of yes. Now you are thinking that only 10 will come. That is called blunder. It is going to be error. Value error is coming. See that value error. You cannot convert. You can convert into float. Some a is equal to float of yes. Float of yes. You can convert print of a. Print of a 10.22. B is equal to, you can convert this a. Print of b. You print of b. Subject knowledge is subject. You have to enjoy the subject. Directly you cannot convert into what type? Int type. Now I entered that. See the output now. See the output now. Don't enter this other kind of values. Don't enter other kind of values. Yes. So, coming to the point back, I hope that you people are understanding. Now I am writing else block. Else block I am writing. Else. Else. Now I am saying there. Print. What is that? Result. Now I am printing result. Now I am printing result. Something star 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 and star 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 I am printing. Result I am printing. What is the result here? Now I am printing. Print here. Value of a is equal to dot format of a. Dot format of a. Next I am writing here print of value of b is equal to format of b. Now I am writing, see here, so I am writing division is equal to division, div is equal to what is this? Format of what is that? C I am writing. C I am writing. Printing that C. result I got. See that now? Come on to the point, full length explanation. Enter the value 10 and 2. I got the result. See that result is nothing but what? Result is nothing but what? Else block is printed. No except block is coming here, dear students. Now I will say enter 10 and then 0. You see that? No else block. Only the except block is printed. Else block is printed when there is no exception is here. Now I will write print off. Okay, if you don't like that symbols and all, somebody is asking, sir, write some different symbol. Printer. What is that? Printer. I'm writing this type of things. So coming to the point back, here I'm writing result. I will take up like this. If this entire thing I'm writing there, now saying here backslash t. Now see the pakka result. Now see, okay, what happens? Double quotes end. Now 10 and then 2, I got the result. Okay, why that is gone that side? So I will take this. Now say 100 and then 20, I got the result like this. Right. So Mr. Harikrishna is asking how many universal errors are there. If you learn complete Python, complete artificial intelligence, complete machine learning, complete deep learning, you will get so many exceptions. We can't even count how many hairs are there in our head. That many number of universal problems are there. It is something like what? How many medicines are there in the universe, ma? How many medicines are there in the universe? How many medicines are there in the universe? Kunal is saying that some 10000 is saying. So it's joking. Like that. If you become an expert, you will get that many number of exceptions are going on. I will tell you so many in the class. If I start telling, I can tell at least 6 hours about the name of the class. So many number of exceptions will be there, dear students. Come on, ma. Now I am going to say finally block also I will write it. See that I am writing just here. I am from finally block. For your understanding, I am from which block? Finally block. Yes. All of them. Yes, ma. Raj Singh, I will take full class. Okay. So now try block I got it. Except block I got it. Else block. Full length syntax I used now. Come on, fast. Now tell me. Now execute. Enter the first value 100 and enter the second value 2. Enter the second value. Right. Seema. Finally block. I did not explain why I wrote finally block. I did not tell you why finally block. Yeah. Ram Creation is saying, I am not lion, ma. I am KVR only. Lion is back, you are saying. Okay. Ram Creation is saying, thank you, ma. Thank you. So I am KVR. I am not a lion. I am along with my students only. I am always with my students only. All my students are lions. I am also lion. Okay. All my students are lions. I am also lion. Yes. Okay. So all my students are lions. No doubt in that. I will make them as lion to roar the Python subject like anything. Yes. Come on. I am from finally block. So don't worry about the finally block, ma. Okay, Ram, I'm just joking you. Okay, just take come on fast. So I'm appreciating your concern about me. Thank you. So all my students are lines. That's why they are giving response like anything. No problem. 16th line, 14, 16, some semicolons. What is that? 14, 16, 20. 14, 16, 20. Semicolon is not a problem. Beginning only I told you. Here. Semicolon is not a problem. Okay, na? Don't worry. Right. Yes. Now see here. Now enter this place. See that I got else block is coming plus finally block is also coming. Come on, next coming to the point. I will write a 10 and then 0. See that I got don't enter 0 for denominator, except block plus finally block I got it. Finally block I got it. Next I am writing 10 and then I am writing here something like a hash symbol, special symbol I got it. Don't enter special symbols and I am from finally block. Are you following what I am talking? Is the syntax is clear for everybody? Is the syntax is clear or not? Everybody must answer my question. What is the purpose of finally block? We are going to come across in the same class. No problem at all. Yes. Is the program is understandable, ma? Is the program is understandable to you? Perfect. Good. Nice. Nice to see this much of very good response from the class. Very nice response. Super response from all my students. Yes. Yes. Come on to the point of it. Come on to the point of it. Now, let us go to the further. Let us go to the further. Yes, ma'am. Now, next, syntactically, I am going for explaining. So, try block. Points of try block I want to write. Points of except block I want to write. Yes, ma'am. King, I will tell you how to shut. That is only 3 lines of code, ma'am. 3 lines of code. How to shut down the computer by using Python. I will tell you that. Don't worry. Don't worry, ma'am. It's very, very simple. Very simple. There is a function module called OS. OS dot shutdown. There is a predefined function called shutdown. It is a system is getting shut down. Don't worry about that. That is a very, very simple, ma. Don't worry. Don't other things you don't worry, ma. This is the biggest topic. That is like a very, very simple. And nobody will ask about that kind of questions. First, you learn these beautiful, extraordinary topics. Yeah. Coming to this point here, now I am going to talk about except blocks. So syntax is clear. Now syntax related points I will explain. Try block I will write it. First block I am going to talk try. In the try, I will write the point by point, try to understand. Tell me how the try block is going to be. About the try block. So I am writing, it is the block, I am writing point by point. It is the block in which we write block of statements. What statements? Block of statements. In which we write block of statements. It is the block in which we write block of statements. In which we write block of statements. Causes. Problems at which time? Runtime. It is the block in which we write block of statements causes problems at runtime. In other words, I can write continuation. In other words, what are all the statements? I'm writing. What are all the statements? Generating exceptions. Then those statements must be written within try block. Hence, try block is called exception monitoring block. See how beautiful word they gave. Exception monitoring block. Who is monitoring exceptions? Monitoring block. Exception monitoring block it is called. Which block is called exception monitoring block, ma? Which block is called exception monitoring block? Rajita, what ma? Are you listening the class or not, ma? Except block. Did I say that except block? Ma, Rajita? What I written a heading is try block. Which one is called exception monitoring block means except block. What? So, hence try block is called which block? Except try block is called what? Rajita, type ma. I want to see what you are typing. Except block is called what? Did I explain that? Try block is called what block? Exception monitoring block. So please be careful. Try block is called exception monitoring block. Next time writing wrong means imposition. Right. Okay. Next, what is happening? Next, I am moving forward. Is the first point is clear or not? First point clear or not clear? First, if you tell me, if you say first point is clear, sir, then I will move forward. If you say yes, sir, then I will go to the second point. First point clear? Yes. Second point I am going. Tell me. Now this is a purpose. People will ask gunshot question and interview point of view. What is the purpose of try block? You take any Python student, ask this question. Why do you use try block? They will not try at all. They will not try at all. Please check for the purpose of sorry saying, just check it out with any student. What is the purpose of try block? And you will also forget after 10 days or 15 days, you will also forget. That is a different story. But 80% of the students will not forget because you are some of the students are giving very powerful responses. Yes, please read that. Now I am telling about the execution behavior. Now tell me, when the exception accepts in try block, see what I am saying. When the exception occurs in try block, then PVM comes out of try block and executes appropriate except block. Executes appropriate except block. If found, I am saying, if it is found, otherwise, what will happen? Otherwise, PVM goes out of program flow, which I already shown you practically in the class. Is the second point is clear? If you say second point clear, then I will move to third point. Yes. Clear. Okay. See students, all of you, go see our program. See. Okay, line number 6 exception is coming. Line number 6 exception is coming. Where it is coming? Line number, which line it is coming? Line number 6 exception. Where it is coming? Where it is coming? Line number 9. Line number 9 executed. Line number 10 also executed. After executing line number 10, see carefully. After executing line number 10, is it going back again to the line number 7 or it is moving forward? Is it moving further? Is it going back to the try block or is it moving further statements in the program? Moving ahead. Yes, Mallesh, very good. Moving ahead, moving further. That means after executing appropriate except block, it is not going to the try block again to execute the rest of the statements. Now that point I am going to mention it perfectly. That is perfect. After executing appropriate except block, after executing appropriate except block, PVM never comes to the try block. PVM never comes to the try block to execute rest of the statements in try block. Rest of the statements in try block. Rest of the statements in try block to execute rest of the statements in try block. Is it okay? Is it understandable? Is the point is clear? Yes. Yes. Clear. Right. 3 points I said. Next point I am talking about. See, ma. Next point I am talking about. See, once you write a try block, compulsory to have the meaningful thing, every try block must be immediately followed by which block? Try block must be immediately followed by which block? Except block. That is a syntactical following. One railway track compulsory require adjacent one or railway track is required. Two tracks are required. One try block is required. Compulsory one except block is required. That I am writing it. Every try block I am writing. Each and every try block must each and every try block must have must have ah, must have must have at least one except block. At least one except block is required. At least one except block is required. Are you understanding? Otherwise, except one except block. Now I am writing. Otherwise, we can't, or other we can say, otherwise we can't give the user-friendly error message. We can't give user-friendly error messages. User-friendly error messages. Yes, perfect. Yes, dear students, are you okay? Is the point is clear? Is the point is clear? Yes, very much clear. Nice. So each and every try block must have at least one except block. Okay, at least one is required, but we'll write many number of except blocks, no problem. See, what is an order of writing? What is an order of writing? First, what block is written? What is an order of what is the order is written? Come on, faster. Somebody is asking one question. What is that question? Somebody is asking the question. Something. I think they did not follow me. I think so. It's called up. Some exception is there. Something is there. They are asking. I told already in the class. If exception is there in the try block, appropriate except block will execute. I told already in the class. If no except block is there, exception is occurring, no except block is there, what will happen? Tell me. What I told already in the class. Technical error message will go out of the program flow. Exception is occurring in try block. No except block is available. What will happen? Technical error message will come. Else block will not execute. First of all, for your kind information. Else block will execute when there is no exception in this. Exception is there. Where I wrote already? I wrote already here only. You must follow my notes. If you're not following notes, it's a problem. So here I wrote, what is that? If found, otherwise PVM goes out of the program flow. I told already in the class. Yes. Already I told in the class. Yes. That only ma konda spurti. If exception occurs, if exception occurs and no except block available, will finally block will execute? Yes, compulsory. This is the one I wrote. Finally block will execute compulsorily. Finally block it will execute. Then it will go out of the program flow. Then it gives which message? Technical error message. Here it is written. Yes. Come on to the point. Next, last and final I am covering. Last point I am covering. Each and every try block must be immediately followed by which block? Except blocks. Try block require at least one except block. Yes, it is there. But how? Immediately you must write. That point I mentioned. Each and every, I am writing, each and every try block, must be must be immediately followed by what? Followed by which block? Except block. Immediately followed by which block? Except block. Are you understanding or not? This is an official order of exceptions. These are the 5 points to be remembered about the try block. Yes. Are you understanding try block? These the 5 points are clear? Sir, when you say 5 points, they are very easy, sir. When you try to say on your own, problem will be coming, sir. When you are saying we are happy, sir. When we started saying, sir, all points are not coming, sir. So that is called your understanding. When you are saying, sir, we are understanding, sir. But when we are trying on our own, sir, not even 1 point is coming, sir. That is a problem, sir. It's a general. That's why once the class is over, immediately we must read in the class. Then only we will get immediately. Spontaneously, the subject has to come like a spontaneous. How it will come? Just working on it. Reading like that. Now I am going for second block. What is an alternative name for try block, ma? What is an alternative name for try block? Not coming. Answer is not coming. Exception monitoring block. Exception monitoring block. Yes. Exception monitoring block. Now, shall I go to the except block now? Permitting? Except block. Are you permitting me? Except block we are going. Except block, sir. Very, very easy, sir. Now, very easy, sir. Let us move to the except block, sir. How easy, sir? Now, come on to the point. First point I am writing. Always purpose. It is the block. See, it is the block like this we write. It is the block in which we write block of statements. See how easy. It is the block in which we write block of statements, which provides which messages? Provides user-friendly error messages. Provides which messages, ma? Provides user-friendly error messages. User-friendly error messages. So, another words I will write it. In other words, dear students, in other words, except block suppresses English. I am using my English. Suppresses the technical error messages. It will down the technical error messages. Suppresses the technical error messages and generates. Now I am writing generates. Now I am saying generates. Which messages? Generates which messages? User-friendly error messages. User-friendly error messages. Hence this block is called exception processing block. Exception processing block. Exception processing block. Yes. Are you following me? Is this point is clear? Is this point is clear? Except block is known as what? Tell me. Except block is known as which block? Except block is known as which block? I need to know. Rajita is there. Rajita is there in the class. Except, error. Avinash Mishra. What happens, ma? You are saying something error. What is that error? So, I don't know which context. Says, tell me, ma. Except block is known as what? Except processing. Exception processing block. Try block is known as what? Exception monitoring block. Exception monitoring block. Hence, I'm writing one note point here. Note point is a beautiful point. Handling the exception is equal to what? To handle the exception. Handling the exception is nothing but what? Handling the exception is equal to which blocks I need to write it? One monitoring block I need to write it. Try block must be written plus catch block must be written. Will you accept this or not? Will you accept this or not? Handling the exception is nothing but monitoring plus processing. That's it. Yes. Are you following me? Are you following this note point, ma? Is it understandable? Yes. It's very practically sound point. This is. Yes. Fine, ma. Yes. Durga Prasad, catch block is a Java, ma. Why catch block here? So, Mr. Durga Prasad, catch block is called, sorry, ma, catch block. Okay, sorry, ma. It is called except block. Except block. Yeah. Yes. Durga Prasad. It is called except block, ma. Because I am a Java faculty, na Java plus Python, sometimes it is mixing together. Okay, ma. Durga Prasad. Thank you. I corrected my mistake. Catch. I catch is a block in Java, ma. Catch is a block. So, Simanchal. Wait, ma. Wait. Raise will be coming. Don't worry. Raise will come in tomorrow class. So, don't worry about the raise block today. So, handling the exception is nothing but try block plus except block. Simanchal, try to follow me. Next, tell me. Next, shall I move to the, is the first point is clear? Is this first point is clear? Is this note point also clear? Next, I am moving further. So what is that? Sir, when the except block will execute, sir? When the except block will execute, tell me. Except block will execute when? When the exception occurs in try block, sir. Very good. CH Durga Prasad. What happens when no exception block in try block? Durga Prasad is asking. What happens when no exception occurs in try block? Durga Prasad is asking question. I thought he is giving the answer. What happens when the exception is not there in try block? What will happen? Else block. I already told. So Durga Prasad must listen the class. So when no exception is there in try block, what will happen, sir? Else block will execute. I told already. Durga Prasad, do you understand? CH Durga Prasad. Now I am saying when the exception occurs, except the block will execute. Except the block will execute. Next I am writing except the block will execute. Except the block will execute provided an exception occurs in try block. An exception occurs in try block. Okay, this is the point to be remembered. Except the block will execute provided an exception occurs in try block. Next point I am writing. Tell me how many except blocks I wrote here. How many except blocks I wrote here? Two. I may write 3. I may write 4. But all the except blocks will execute. Only one except block will execute. All the except blocks will execute. Only one except block will execute. Only one except block will execute. Even though we write many except blocks, only one except block will execute. Even though I write many except block, only one except block will execute. Even though we write multiple except blocks, only one except block will execute at any point of time. I am writing here. Come on. Even though we write, even though, see carefully, even though we write multiple except blocks, even though we write multiple except blocks, even though we write multiple except blocks, PVM can execute only one except block. Appropriate except block I will write. I will mention that point. PVM can execute appropriate except block. Appropriate except block depends on type of exception occurs in try block. Yes. Is this point is clear, ma? Can you confirm once? Is this point is clear? Yes. Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Even though we write multiple except blocks, PVM can execute only. Which one is executing? PVM can execute appropriate except block depends on type of exception occurs in try block. Very, very easy, ma. Right. Now coming to the point back. Next I am going for another part of it. Coming to the point back, next I am writing syntax must be followed. We cannot adjust the syntax according to our own convenience. We have to write appropriate error messages. Mr. Kishore, you should be careful in understanding the syntax more. In place of, I understood like this. In place of value error, you want to write division error. In place of division error, you want to write value error. And you should not, that time we don't have the forecasting knowledge. We should write carefully. This type of values we must write carefully. Okay, be careful about that kind of things. Okay, right. So coming to the point back, here I am going to write it. So what is the next conversion, next discussion here? Even though we write multiple except blocks, this will be written. Next point I am writing. Tell me. Next we'll write it. How many except blocks we can write it? One now, more than one now. Come on, fast. What is that exception? What is this? Paru is asking. One doubt. What is the doubt is, which I already addressed in the class. KVR by 0 is asking what is the KVR by 0. Is it a division error or value error? Is it a division error or value error? It is a value error. Already I told so many times. Mr. Paru, this is called what? Value error. I told already many times. I executed my program also. Execute my value. KVR and then what? 0 and it is called a value error. Don't enter this. So please listen the class. Coming to the point. So even though we write multiple except blocks, only one except block. How many except blocks we'll write it? One now, more than one now. One now, n number of except blocks we'll write it. N number of except block. So you require to write one only, but recommended to write more number of except blocks. So I'm writing here industry recommendation. Industry is highly recommended to write multiple except blocks. Industry is recommended to write multiple except blocks for generating multiple user-friendly error messages. Industry is highly recommended to write multiple except blocks for generating multiple user-friendly error messages. If I write multiple except block, then only my program is stronger. If I write only one except block and not writing other except block, it is going to be called what? Not a strong program. For every message, for stronger program. Dear students, is it understandable, ma? This is the point of what? except block. Last point I am writing. What is the place of writing at except block? Except block, except block to be written, to be written, to be written after try block, and before, and before which block? Else block. Before else block. In the bracket, if we write else block. If we write else block, we will write before. Are you following, ma? Is this point is understandable or not? Except block to be written after a try block and before else block. If we write else block, see how carefully we are writing. This is about which block? Except block points. These are called except block points. These are called except block points. Dear students, is it comfortable? Is all the points are comfortable? Come on. Try block already 5 points I said. Except block 5 points. Totally 10 points. Totally 10 points. So much of kick came into your brain. Now whether you are remembering 10 points or not, I don't know. Or you are forgetting all the points or not, I don't know. So are you remembering all the points or totally forget the points, sir? Yes, all the points are clear, sir. Clear, sir, but not remembering, sir, right now? I understand, ma. I am seeing from so many years onwards. So when sir is explaining, we are like a heaven. We are just like a paper. We are just here and there and all. But when sir is asking the questions, then stars will be seen in the day. Yes. Yes. Fine. Now I am moving forward. Shall I move to the else block? Shall I move to the else block, ma? Else block. Else block I am going to write it. Shall I move to the else block? Yes. Else block I am going to move. Tell me, what is the else block? Same wording. It is the block in which we write the block of statements. It is actually recommendation, first of all. It is the block in which we write the block of statements, or it is the block in which we are recommended to write. We are recommended to write. I will write that word. We are recommended to write block of statements. Recommended to write block of statements for generating results, generating results. When the result is coming without exception, result is coming with exception. Results are coming without exception, results are coming without exception, results are coming with exception, without exception. Very good. So tell me, and this block is called, and hence this block is called, tell me, and hence this block is called, hence this block is called, result block, we can call result block, recommended to write. Dear students, one more point I am asking. Else block will execute when? When else block will execute, see ma, else block will execute, else block will execute provided no exception, provided there is no exception, there is no exception occurs in which block? Try block. There is no exception occurs in try block. Perfect. There is no exception occurs in try block. Tell me, writing else block is compulsory or optional? Writing else block is compulsory or optional? Optional. Writing else block. Now I am writing else block Writing else block is optional. 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 Perfect. Okay, done. What is the place of writing else block? What is the place of writing else block? Else block must be written. Else block, the place of writing else block, I will write like this. The place of writing, the place of writing else block, the place of writing else block is after except block, and before which block? Before finally block. If we write finally block, because writing finally block is also optional. I may write finally block, I may not write finally block, because I will tell you what is the finally block. Nothing to worry at this moment of time. Dear students, are you understanding, ma? This is about finally else block. Is it understandable or not? Yes, sir. Perfect. This is about else block. Now tell me, see, 4 points over for else block. 4 points over for else block. It is a block in which we write recommended to write the results. Else block will execute when there is no exception occurs. Writing else block is optional. I may write it, I may not write it. You may have a doubt, sir, that time where we display the results? Display the result in the try block itself. Here only I can write it. Here only I can write it. Print division is equal to value of A, value of B. Here only I can write the print statement. No problem. But it is recommended to write what? Else block. Separately we need to write it. Simple. We need to have a separation in coding. That's why they used to give different constructs they are giving it. Different constructs they are giving. So like that they are giving it. So try block, exception related monitoring. Except block, exception related processing. Next else block, result related processing. Now we need to go for finally block. I need to go for it. Finally block, I need to go for it. So finally block, I will write it. Fourth point I am writing finally block. Finally block I am going to introduce. So finally block will be in tomorrow's class. I will go for it, because the people are going on, because once it is 5 o'clock 45 minutes now, they are fully tired. So they will be taking rest. They are completely rest. They want rest. That's why they are going out of their order. Otherwise they will get the exception. Yes. So DIV1, this is the program. No exception is here, because Sorry is not feeling well up to 1 week and he is taking lot of hours. Means what? You are not at all sitting more than 1.5 hours. Okay, let it be. No problem. So, because for me it is my responsibility. You have to take the class. Right. So still I need to complete the finally block. Tomorrow's class I will upload. I need to incomplete. If I upload now, it will be incomplete. Tomorrow's class I need to upload. Okay, now. So tomorrow class I will upload the notes. Right. Fine. So anybody who is missing the class, you can join at the 6 o'clock. No problem. Right. So yes. So screenshot you want to take, you can take the screenshot. No problem. But tomorrow class I will go for uploading this complete notes. So tomorrow I will complete what, ma? Modules not uploaded. Modules not uploaded. Uploaded, na? So tomorrow's class I will upload this complete notes, ma. Don't worry, because it is still incomplete. This is, I need to finish this finally block also. finally block also I need to go for it. Complete syntax is there na? Complete syntax with handling the exception. Tomorrow's class when I complete it na, rise concept also I will explain. That time I will go for uploading everything. So hope that tomorrow 100% I can upload. Yes, ma. Thank you. Thank you. Good day. Don't miss the tomorrow's class.